flu shot or not to get the flu shot? That is the question. Today, Ileana Capian met with one doctor who helped clarify the truth about flu shots. She's here with us now. Good evening, Ileana.
Good evening, Paige. Deciding to get your flu vaccine is something that can cause a lot of controversy among the public. But Dr. Hunley of Dothan Associates is urging his patients to get the vaccine in order to help prevent the spread of the flu and COVID-19 at the same time.
It's absolutely critical. It helps to cut down the total number of influenza cases throughout the region and the country, which especially in this recent climate with the exposure of COVID-19, it's that much more important that we prevent influenza.
Prevention of the flu is essential when trying to prevent a twindemic. Dr. Hunley says this is a coined phrase now being used to refer to the concern that the incoming flu season will overlap with COVID-19.
The flu vaccine itself can actually prevent infection with influenza, and so the fewer number of people who are infected with influenza means the fewer number of people that can spread the virus.
To date, there have been 1,985 flu shots administered by Dothan Associates. But there are still some individuals that have their doubts.
There is a common misconception that those with egg allergies should not receive the flu vaccine based on some of its components, but that is actually not true. There is excellent evidence to say that individuals with egg allergy can actually take the flu vaccine.
And what about those that believe they are being injected with the virus?
You're not actually receiving a strain of the virus. In a way you are, but what they use is actually inactivated virus and inactivated proteins that have been taken off of the virus.
And possibly the longest running misconception.
Despite claims that you will read, especially if you get on the internet, there's excellent scientific evidence to show that not only does it have no link whatsoever to autism, there's actually studies to show that in some countries there's perhaps even been higher rates of autism in unvaccinated individuals as opposed to vaccinated individuals.
As you guys saw there, you can get your flu shot at your local pharmacy or your primary care provider.